something you may have to deal with while going through this, if it's a long-term, prolonged abuse, is something called hedonic adaptation. It sounds a little strange. Basically, for people who are under this kind of harassment for years, there's bad stuff will happen. Like, after a while, you will become just accustomed to it. And the same thing happens to people who survive like human trafficking, etc. People who are victims of long-term abuse also experience it. But hedonic adaptation is when something bad happens, your brain, body, and mood wanting to go back to normal, because your body and your mind and your stress can't operate at a 10 all the time. So hedonic adaptation will kick in, and after a while, like, something really bad will happen, and then you're able to like snap back or act like nothing bad happened, etc. I personally would have to go to work and experience a lot of this exposure, etc., and then be called into a meeting right after being exposed from the other side of the wall, from on another side, in another office adjacent to ours. I can just feel it come through the wall or what have you. And this happened many times. I'd be at a restaurant. Somebody would come up to me in a car asking for directions, and the back windows would be tinted, and I would just be hit with this wave of nausea, and then they would just speed away. And then I would have to like keep going and pick up and then go meet friends and family, and just having to act like normal. And that, because it happens so much, you're gonna want to keep getting back to normal, and you have to understand that this will be a side effect of this kind of abuse. And it doesn't mean everything's okay. It just means that your brains and emotions, etc., can't always operate at high anxiety levels.